Previously on the engine, Mercury, Rango, and Silver sleuthed it up to try to find the location of the secret protectorate prison where Loxodonus, Form, and Kratos are being held. Tonight, with the location in hand, Leo begins to plot the greatest prison break Mycelia Galaxy has ever seen. Also, critically, we rejoin Cersei and Riot Girl's story, marooned on an uncharted planet, and the brave Function trying to save them. Hello everybody, I'm Nate, and with me is an insanely packed crowd. We are in part one of a pretty fun night tonight. We're here at our normal studio, but we'll be moving to a live environment later tonight. I'm just going to say, hey, everybody say hey. Hey! Yeah, that's Function for you right there. That's a bunch of them. Plus some special guests. We've got Artemis in the house. Megan, hello.
Hello.
And then Torque is back with us. Hello, Torque. Hello. All right, here we go. God time. No time, all time, however you want to think about it. Sovngarde. Torque, you're balancing above an abyss on the tip of a massive pole that rises up from the nothingness. All around you are similar poles jutting up through the mist. They're all wooden. They've all been sawn off to give a single landing spot. They seem to be a path of sorts, moving off in the direction you're facing. Thousands of poles jutting up like a trail of pins heading off into the forever. The wind whips and pulls at you, and you hear the beating of massive wings. You turn your gaze from below just in time as a giant golden eagle swoops near you. His wings are easily 10 foot across, and he soars around you. Circling, he says, "You better get moving. I'm not even sure why you're up here. The wind is coming up, though. You better get a move on." Okay? Grab a box. And grab 2d8s and roll 2d8s to see if you make your jump here. You're jumping from one pole to the next? No, just what are the numbers?
6 and 5.
6 and 5, okay. So 1 through 4 is a fail, and a 5 through an 8 is a success. That is a double success. So you tell me how you jump from this one to the next one.
He tries to judge it, make sure his perception is right, and he almost fails at first, but he does a backflip and he lands it just.
As you land it, you stick it, and then you turn to look forward to make more jumps, and the eagle kind of swoops around, and he's like, "So, why won't you accept my offer?"
I don't know if I can trust you yet. I don't know enough about you. I'm not even sure if I know myself anymore.
Odin speaks to you as he flies. But what you're asking is to rejoin the fabric. Rejoining the fabric is essentially fading into the fundamental essence of being. You will be nothing. You'll become simply the material by which I will create more gods, more beings, more matter, more dark matter. You'll become nothing, and you'll become everything. But make no mistake, Torque, as an individual, will cease to be, and when his name is spoken for the last time, he will die. What I'm offering you and Isaac instead is something far, far more interesting. Earth year, 3667, the longest year. S1 Alpha system, S1 Alpha 43, prison station. Orbiting the 43rd planet of a secret star system is S1 Alpha 43, a gray, lifeless block of construction sovray and energy shields, missile barrages and gun placements, drone fighter ships circling the prison like bees around a summer hive. And as we zoom in through one of the walls, we find Kratos staring at a crack in the base of his cell wall. It is infinitesimally small, but he stares at it, meditating. Yes, you heard me correctly. Kratos is meditating. While meditating, Kratos, you begin to hear someone speaking through the wall. It's Form. It sounds like he's talking to someone or to himself. What do you want to do?
Can I just get closer to the crack and put my ear up to it? Try and listen a little harder?
Yeah, let's do investigation.
Oh yeah, I'm real bad at that. Let's see. That's a 16.
Okay, so we're a little bit of mix here. We'll do a little mixing of the engines. 16. It's definitely a conversation. You can't make out what the words are. It's a conversation, and it sounds, quite frankly, like Form's talking to himself. Okay.
I don't know if I want to call out to him. I want to just hear more than talk to him. Curious.
The doors snap open for lunch as the sound of a buzzer rings, and prisoners begin to file out onto the line. And as you and Loxodonus move past Form's cell, Loxodonus gasps. Help him, Kratos!
What?
And you can tell that Form isn't coming out of his cell like he normally does.
Then I'm just going to run in to his cell then?
Yeah, let's do it. So this would be I'm going to do stealth because, they're lining prisoners up and they don't typically like people going in each other's cells. Mm-hmm. So let's do do you have... What is your stealth?
+5.
Okay, I'll give you an extra die. So roll 3 d8s to see if you accomplish this.
3. That's a 8, 7, and a 5.
So 2 successes.
3,
okay,
right?
Yeah, 3. Sorry, 8, 6. Yeah, sorry. So it's wildly successful. You, without anyone even noticing, even prisoners in the line that you're standing in, don't even notice that you're missing. You sneak in. You have a couple moments to find out what's going on, and as you enter the cell. I mean, you swore you just heard him talking a moment ago, and now what is the bright blue ball that was Form is beginning to kind of slowly dim right in front of your eyes. What do you want to do?
Just kind of call out without drawing attention. Form.
Okay.
Form. Who are you talking to? What are you doing?
And as he finally kind of dims to a dark, kind of gray ball and blinks out, you hear him say, "It's okay, it's okay." And then you hear the word "Odin." And then he goes dark. Earth year, 3667, the longest year. Corson system, planet Uluru. Firewatch City, south side. Outside a shabby apartment complex, we zoom in until instead of going up the 30-story building, our gaze is drawn down into a lower-level walk-down apartment. A light is on, and we move down the wet stairs and through, and into a warm but sparsely furnished apartment. Down a hall, past a completely empty living room, past an empty kitchen, whose light is the only light on in the apartment. A door stands slightly ajar, and through that door, and down a flight of stairs, we found Leo in the basement, staring at what looks like a murder board. String trailing out from a center and extending in all directions. Pictures of operatives, schematics, floor plans, time schedules, passcodes, all arranged in specific order. Leo, you hold a small data pad in your hand, and you glance back and forth between the pad and the board. Satisfied, you snap the pad shut and head to bed. You're able to sleep here in the secret apartment, and you turn and move to the corner of the basement and find the cot there. You pull the cover over you, and in moments, you're fast asleep. It comes at you like what you imagine the engine to be. Massive, exhausting, dark, fast, and complete. You awaken in a room that contains what appears to be several patients and a few nurses tending them. You are apparently in a hospital of some type. What do you do?
I guess can I get some passive perception? What? So I'm in a bed and I'm seeing the nurses and the patients.
Yep, you're in a hospital bed. You're seeing several different patients in what appears to be a hospital ward. Some nurses are tending them.
Can I investigate myself? Am I wounded? Can I see anything? Like, can I feel anything?
You don't feel bad in any way. So passively you kind of poke around your body. You seem fine to yourself.
Okay, and then can I look around to see if there's like a main doctor or someone who's like overseeing the whole floor?
No, there's just seems to be maybe 3 nurses or so in the ward.
Okay, and are there doors to the room that I can see?
You would be able to leave this massive kind of central ward and then out into another hallway if you wanted to. Yeah, that'd be where a door leads.
Okay, can I like roll out of my bed and towards the floor? So like, just I want to be kind of sneaky about it. I want to like actually roll down and so no one can. None of the nurses can see.
Okay, then roll 2d8. Do you have any? Are you sneaky? Are you very sneaky?
+4.
No, you're not very sneaky.
Okay, rad. 6 and 8.
Yeah, so you kind of roll out of the bed, no problem, and make your way kind of near the door. No
Yeah.
one seems to have noticed you. What do you want to do?
I guess I'd like to. Is it an open door? Or do I have to open?
No, you'd have to
a
open it,
door.
yeah.
I guess can I quickly try to open the door
It
and
swings
get through
open easily. Yeah.
It? Okay, and then I'd like to go through the door.
You step into the hall, and there is a couple more doctors. Nobody seems to look up at you. There's maybe a couple doctors talking to each other near you, and then a nurse down the hall, and that's it.
Okay.
There's a door to your left that seems to lead into maybe another different wing or another ward, and then there's a door that seems to lead out into an antechamber that would lead outside.
Okay. Is there a sign above the door? Like, can I read like what is past the door? That's
Yeah, one says exit
Okay.
in the direction that I talked to you with the antechamber, and the other door says operating theater.
operating theater. No, I just want to move towards the exit. Yeah.
Okay.
I still want to remain stealthy.
Okay. You step outside,
Okay.
and you see one other person on a massive city street. You see one other individual, and you hear a dog bark somewhere far off in the distance. The other person gets into their car, and you see the door close.
Okay. Yeah. Now I don't know what to do. I made it outside, and that's great. That's awesome.
Well, that's it.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. Do I? Like,
No, it doesn't
I'm
look
in
familiar.
the
Just
middle
a
of nowhere.
nondescript city.
Are we in the cave still?
Yeah, we still in the cave. Are we in the cave? Is this
Put your thumb up. Get a cab.
Can I run up to the car and knock on the window?
Absolutely. When you get to the window, there's nobody in the car.
What the hell?
And that what the hell becomes your kind of standard refrain over the next several days as you search this city. Going back into the hospital where you know you saw people, and there's no one. You are completely alone in the city. And every building you go in, you just search. You try to find anybody. You call. You spend a whole day just yelling from one of the toppest of the tall buildings, and you can't find a single person. You spend days and days looking for anybody. And one night, as you're settling into your fire, after being alone for maybe a week or so, you hear the sound of approaching footsteps like that of a giant. And as they grow and you begin to become afraid, they stop. And then out from behind a car steps a woman in blue with 6 arms. And she's very beautiful. And she asks if she can join your fire.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I haven't seen anybody in days. No, you're more than welcome.
And she smiles, kind of a wan, kind of a knowing smile. And she says, "Can I ask you something?"
Yeah, of course.
Why have you waited so goddamn long to find me? Earth year, 3667, the longest year. Uncharted system, unknown planet. Leica, Mercury, Rango, and Silver have just met the goddess Hera, and with her help, they successfully stole the location of Circean Riot Girl from Shiva's ship, the Engine. You essentially blink into existence here in this uncharted system in orbit around an uncharted world. Macy, remembering you're kind of in charge, what do you guys want to do?
I feel like maybe we should run like a scan or something to see if we can approach or like what the atmosphere
What's around?
looks like.
Why don't you roll 2d8?
Okay.
You know what? You function. Roll 3d8.
Yippee.
Do a vibe
There it is.
scan. See if this place has good vibes.
I got
Not good.
2 8s and a 6.
Okay, so you got a super success. So not only do you not sense anything in the galaxy other than a single ship kind of on the other side of the planet, and it's swinging around in orbit your way very, very fast.
Yikes. Okay.
Should we get on the defense?
Maybe. It's coming over here whether we like it or not.
Yeah. Can we hail it?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Why don't you let your their security officer go ahead? Their vocal guy.
Hey, I'm vocal guy. Hail, hail. This is Function 9, vocal guy of the Mad Astra. What's your vibe?
This is Artemis 1. State your business.
We are cruising about. Our vibe is good. So
We're looking for our friends.
we're looking for our friends, mainly, primarily. But
That is the goal.
we're also here to have fun and hang out.
Yep.
Who are these friends that you're looking for?
Functions. Yeah. It's, can I get a number?
Oh, Jesus.
Cersei and Ryan, girl.
This would be 5 and 7.
Functions 5 and 7. They're basically our siblings.
I don't know who that is.
We go to a different galaxy. You wouldn't know.
Like, this is our vocal
You
guy.
guys are screwed.
Yeah,
Say they're wearing red armor.
me and Cammy are not making it out of this.
Yeah, let's do that. This is starting. This is a terrible performance. So I'm gonna have you roll 2d8, Liam,
All right.
to see if you're able to solve any of that shit. That was junk.
I got an 8 and a 6.
God, you guys be rocking it.
Odds are cool.
So, yeah, you, despite that kind of, verbal poo you just laid down, she seems to buy it a little, and she's willing. You see her kind of weapons go from armed to kind of disarmed. But yeah,
Because I
Maggie-
made her aware that we have good vibes. So
it was the
that was kind of like the
vibes
first thing you
carried through
learned.
that.
You know, you said you had good
Diplomacy.
vibes, and then you're also like, we're searching for our lost friends. This is
which are bad vibes.
yeah, it's competing vibes. It's like, I've lost my child. I feel good though.
Hey, but I'm feeling positive about the outcome.
But it's fine. It's fine.
I'm sure he's okay.
I mean,
They'll turn out.
I love that I can't see what's going on as well, so I just picture everyone's reactions.
Yeah. Back to the game. Okay, Artemis, I'm gonna have you. Let's do her suspicion versus Liam. Your charming. Liam, that's a full dice pool, obviously with you,
Obviously.
and Maggie just 2d8.
Just 2d8.
So we'll do successes versus failures. We'll see what's up.
If you lose this, Liam, generational fumble.
yeah, truly.
You're off the team.
All right, I got an 8, a 6, a 7, a 2, and a 2.
Okay, so those are 4 successes or 3 successes and 2 failures. Maggie, what'd you get?
Mine were bad. They were a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so you are beguiled. So in this makes sense. So here's what we'll do is, Megan, just like with the last group that jumped in here, you were immediately taken with them. You've never seen anything like them before. And you have heard from the other gods and goddesses about them a little bit. But you are just super infatuated with them. And then this guy comes with his golden tongue.
I think it's silver.
Silver tongue. Excuse me. And
Golden tongue is we can't talk about that.
gross. God. With his, I'm gonna start. And this guy slides up with his charm and wit, and within moments you're completely beguiled. So you agree to take them to Cersei and Rackrell, and you guys kind of both enter the planet's atmosphere. And function, you watch as you slide past basically a barren landscape, rocky, molten rock in some areas, and then you pass a huge black scar in the earth, the obvious site of a crash, and then shortly thereafter you land just outside a huge kind of cavern. You see Artemis's ship land first, and then you guys all disembark the Mad Astra, and for a very, very, very long time, nothing happens. Then, after what seems like an interminable amount, so much so that, let's say, Mercury, you're just about to actually knock on the outer shell of her ship. The hatch opens, and out steps Artemis. Yeah, you kind of get a sense that she seems to be getting. It looks like a sailor sort of coming aboard land. She seems to be getting her feet, her sea legs a little bit, and very soon she takes you into the huge cavern. And there you see a smashed and broken and destroyed escape pod, and pieces of the ore play and other components, newly made, all cobbled together to form a large structure where there is a literally junkyard-looking door kind of fashioned at the front of. Artemis just kind of points at the structure.
She took us into the cavern. That's what we saw.
Yeah.
Rango would like to knock 3 times. On the door? Just three.
And Artemis giggles a little bit. And she tells you the following. And I'm just going to paraphrase here for her. She was able to dampen the crash by 97.43%. And it was not enough. She found them shortly after the crash in the wreckage, essentially dead. She was able to keep them live long enough to move their consciousnesses into a temporary matrix from pieces of debris from the ore play breaking up in the orbit. And the subsequent life pod crash, including a large section of your holodeck training device, which she is using to provide a VR world for them. So she's allowing them to kind of have an actual life in VR inside crashed pieces of the ore play and the large sections of the playpen that crashed. Yeah.
Wow.
So what do you want to do? That's what she tells you.
I feel like Cap over here with her new powers should try to dive into that world or something. Right? Because
I can sure try. I don't have enough to use my thing yet.
You won't. No. But cool. I'll allow this on some level. Leica, you approach the structure and put your hand against it, the door, just to see if you can get a vibe check off of it.
Good vibes.
Do you want me
Good
to
vibes.
roll for something?
Yes, give me 2 d8s.
Okay.
Got a strong confusion in what good vibes are.
Yeah, we gotta use one of these.
We're now saying the 2 dead friends spirits in the console are good vibes.
Rango's just like, hey guys, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Oh, I got a 3 and a 4.
You get nothing off of it. You get nothing off of it.
It's because I had to go old school.
Again, Artemis giggles and she's like, you guys can just go in. And she hits a button on the door and the door slides open. And you all step into a dark, at night, kind of foggy street that's cobblestone everywhere. And row houses line both sides of the street. Looking not very much investigation. You look to your left and right and you see a cross street that says Baker Street and Elm. And then there are, that's what you see. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Should we do like a...
Let's go down Elm Street.
Have a nightmare.
That's always been great.
You step out into Elm Street and there's a dude with razor knives in his hands. His name is
Fatty Cougar.
Slabby Snooter.
You know what? Good vibes. Good vibes.
Hey, I like, sir.
The guy in the dark alley with knives. Good vibes.
He steps out. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm feeling pretty good. I am going to kill you."
Not cool.
Big Elm Street seems to run off into the darkness. The more obviously interesting street is Baker Street to you, especially Mercury. You know, so you step through the door and into what is a foggy cobblestone street. You see cross street signs. One says Baker Street on it. What do you guys do?
Oh, damn it! This is your realm.
Super excited.
Should we do an investigation check to see if we see anybody or?
I thought I just did a lot of a thing. Or think somebody else should.
You did a lot. Really good vibes. Fine, I'll do an investigation check to see.
Dylan, this is awesome. So Rango steps through the door. Immediately, he's like, "Oh, good God!" And then he's like, "Is it over here on 221 Baker Street?" And he drags you guys down into down a little path and onto up a little staircase and onto a flat, which he promptly rings the bell. He's like, "Let's do this." The door opens, and a woman answers the door. She is a portly, small woman with short gray hair, and she looks very harried. She's got a cup of tea in one hand, and she looks very, very busy, very bothered. And so she's like, yes, what can I do for you?
Excuse me, ma'am. Have you seen any of our fellow function around here?
Don't know what a function is, mate. I just here to answer the door and do the laundry and do the tea. Can I help you? Master's upstairs. Are you here to see Master?
Yeah, can we see your
upstairs,
master?
Upstairs.
All
Don't
right.
track mud into my house, you filthy buggers.
I remove my shoes.
Yeah, same. We all take.
Nice.
I take my shoes off.
She points up a.
Excuse you.
Nate's face. God.
I'm sorry.
She points up a staircase, which you all promptly ascend, and you step into a warm study. There's a fire crackling. There is books all everywhere. In a small easy chair reading, you see Riot Girl. She's smoking a pipe. And deeply intent on what she's reading. In another corner, you see Cersei bent over test tubes. There's a Bunsen burner kind of boiling away, and he's moving. He's boiling Bunsen. He's moving. He's moving chemicals from one thing to the other and kind of gasping as he does so. An exclamation. What do you guys do?
Huzzah! Hooray!
Just pouring
I knew
water
we'd-
from
I knew
one
we'd
thing to
find
the
him.
other.
I've done it. I knew we'd find him. Hey guys, what are you doing?
Well, hello there. Can I help you?
Oh no, Rory's like, fuck, I'm not doing that.
You have to now. You got to.
Oh yeah.
No,
I want to hear
I love it.
I want to hear the commitment.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear the commitment.
It's sick for that. Hello, Governor.
That's crazy.
And before you can even respond, almost like you're not there,
Come on, Watson. There's murder afoot.
and she stomps out the door. She grabs her hat, and Watson races off behind her. And before you can even understand what's going on, you're both chasing her out the door and out onto the street. Does anybody want to ask her something as she races away down the street? Watson in tow.
Should we ask where they're going and follow them?
Why would you not just just follow him in
She
general?
always gets to be Sherlock.
What the hell? Hey, where are you guys going?
And she tells you really quickly that there's been a murder. A lord has been murdered. Sir Roger to Death was found killed in his office. Killed to death. And as she says that, she steps up onto the stoop and bursts through the door of a manor house and into sort of a well-lit house. There's warm fire going sort of everywhere. And as you do, you're met immediately by a butler who's like, "You can't just burst in here." And he said, "I'll ask for the master." And he turns. Okay, Cammy and Rory, you're now kind of running the show here. You are here to investigate the murder of Roger to death, who's been killed to death. So sorry, I'm going to hit that.
That's unfortunate.
It's a Letterman joke. I'm going to hit that again, just to make sure everybody got how funny it was the first time.
Right.
Okay, moving on. Okay, but that's the deal. And what do you want to do? You've just been kind of greeted by the butler who's like, "I'll get my master."
I think we should wait for the master.
Yeah.
No, you're
Well, we're waiting for him, but we can look around.
Okay, so let me have 2 d8s. Actually, you guys will get the full on investigation stuff. You'll get your full 5 d8s because you're Sherlock Holmes and John Watson.
We gotta figure out why there's Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
So this is the point. Is no, that's wild that none of the other ones have asked what's going on here.
Yeah, I was gonna
just rolling with it.
I'm picking up.
I was gonna get there.
I got 2.
Well, I'm guessing that it.
Go ahead, Roar.
2, 4, 5, 8, and 2.
5, 8, 2. So 5 and an 8. Rory, you spot immediately as the butler turns to go get his master. You spot blood on the bottom of his hem of his pants immediately. Remember the text that I sent to both of you the other day. All right, Dylan, if you'd like to do something, now is the moment to do it.
Yeah, I stopped the both of them real quick. I'm like, "Do you guys recognize us?" Like, and pointing to like me, and like Mercury.
Yeah, you're in the way of our investigation. You need to leave.
Damn.
Hey guys.
Okay, she says we gotta go, guys. I mean,
that was good. That's a good
really
response.
Nice. Yeah,
that was a good response.
Megan.
She got your ass.
Hey, why don't you help? Hey, Mercury, why don't you get off your ass
Megan,
and help me?
I would love for you to be able to add something here, but it doesn't strike you as that odd. Right? You don't know them, so that they're acting out the simulation to you it doesn't register as wildly out of the. You think they're weird. You just think they're weird. But you don't. It's not like, oh yeah, they were this and now they're acting like this. Like, so you have no input here really, other than you're like, I don't know. This is how I kind of found them, and that's what Artemis says to you. She's like, when I plug them back in, this is what they keep doing. So I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Okay. So, within moments, a very young man kind of approaches. He's very well dressed. His eyes are beet red, obviously from crying, and he's like, "You're the detective I sent for?
Yes, sir. That's us.
Solve this murder. I want to know the nature of my father's death immediately."
We're working very diligently, sir.
And as you say that, you hear a clattering behind all of you, and you notice that the butler has dropped a very, very bloody knife, which he is now picking up and putting sort of in his pocket.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
I like that guy.
Gotta be some hints around here.
So as soon as Cersei says that, he starts to kind of peek around. He's even got this magnifying glass. He's poking in corners. But the rest of the function, you obviously very much saw a young man kind of grab the knife that he had dropped, which is bloody, and put it into his pocket. What do you guys want to do?
Ooh. Can I try to intimidate him?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want Rango. Rango walks up to the butler. Do you want me to actually roll for intimidation? Or?
No, I want you to roll 2d8.
Okay, and then
3d8 because you're super intimidating.
Yes, I am. And then okay. I'll roll first. Ooh, 2, 1, and 2.
Oh, you failed. You make a step to go intimidate him, and you realize that you are accidentally kind of caught up in a curtain cord.
That's crazy.
And your foot kind of catches, and you slam to the ground really quite hard. Sherlock and Cersei don't even Watson and Holmes don't even look your way, other than again to give a very deep "get the hell out of here" sigh. And then you hear the young Roger to death say, "Holmes, do you have any ideas? Do you have any theories?"
So we're still looking for clues, can't you see?
God, I need an answer. You don't have theories yet? And at this point, the butler, he kind of runs from the room. Kyler needs to play it, or I've done all this work for no goddamn nothing. Kyler, you need to play.
I did not know I was here in this situation. I'm going to use survival and try. Oh, wait a second.
To not have COVID?
To not have COVID. I actually forgot he was here with us too. I'm gonna be so real.
I was listening to everything. Dylan was like, "Yeah, me, Mercury, and I forget Leica were here," and I was like, "Oh, good."
I guess I'm not. Good for them.
I also forgot Artemis was with us.
I wasn't sure if I was like in the simulation.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
She's waiting out.
Yeah, she. Oh no, she's welcome to it. She joined you guys. Everybody's together.
Except.
Kyler, the butler has just run from the room. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm going to. Well, I'm going to chase after the butler and tackle them.
Athletics check, please. Athletics check. I'll just let you do your thing.
Oh, I have a +0 to that. Oh, nat 20.
Oh, baby. Hey. Kyler, the butler gets one step out of the door, and you jump on him immediately. As you tackle him, the bloody knife squirts out of his pocket, and God damn it! I didn't do anything. I didn't even make a noise. I just smiled at you.
Shut up, Nate. Shut up.
As you tackle him, Kyler, the bloody knife falls from his pocket onto the ground, and kind of skitters away. It skitters so hard it like hits the wall and bounces back to Holmes's feet, and it's kind of. She actually kind of kicks it out of the way as she continues kind of looking around the room. The butler says, "Oof," and then says, "No way, I'm not going back to jail. No way." And he kicks you off him and begins kind of to try to get away, but you've got a pretty good firm grip on him. Function, what do you want to do?
Can I roll like a medicine check on Cersei and Riot Girl?
There
and see
you
if I
go.
can
Yes,
see what's going on?
absolutely. Roll all 5 D8. Because you are a medicine healer. Persons.
I got the passing ones. I got a 5, 7, and 7.
Awesome. So you you can tell there's while they're looking in the corners, you slide up next to Cersei, and you and he had a way of being able to touch each other without you just stroke his back a little and say let him know that you're there.
Yeah.
God damn it, you guys.
Say pat. You pat his back.
You slide over to Cersei and you give him a little pat on his back, and he it is kind of the memory thing that you do, but what you're really doing though is you're doing sort of a check on his systems, and what you find is that there is damage to long-term memory systems that seem to be he and Racker both seem to be caught in a loop of some type.
Can I do an intimidation check on Riot Girl?
Yes.
Okay. Can I? Yeah. All right. Let me. You said 3.
I assume the intent is to try to shock her out of her.
Yes. Yeah. Be like, hey, wake up.
Can you do it without gross rubbing her?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Because apparently I can't.
No stroke.
I never planned on doing that. If that helps. Yeah, Rango wants to go up to her and just be like, hey, wake up. And then let's.
Are you gonna shake her? Are you gonna grab her?
I'm a shaker. Violently.
Okay.
Not weirdly.
You are very. You're very kind of spoopy.
Spoopy?
Yeah. So, all 5 of your D8s versus 2 of her D8s.
Okay. Let me do. I did just roll 3, so let me just do another 2. Wow, I'm really bad at this. So I got a 4, 2, and a 5 and a 4.
So you got a mixed success.
I got a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so you got a complete failure. So technically he did just shittier than you, just less shitty than you, just less shitty. So, Riot Girl, what it does do is it makes you see the knife. He shakes you hard enough that you actually kind of finally see the knife, and you realize that there's a bloody knife in a room where a dude's been stabbed to death, and that logic train awakens kind of other logic streams for you. And one of them being You know immediately, just based on internal time, that it is not 1869 or 1897 or whatever Sherlock Holmes takes place. It's not the late 1800s. You know something's different, and you begin to sort of awaken, and things begin to click. How do you wake up Cersei as you become more and more awake? You start to recognize. You see Leica. Leica's face is the first one that you click and recognize. Then you see Rango, who has been shaking you. You punch Rango for shaking you so hard. He gladly takes it. You see Silver, the face of Silver, and you see Mercury. How do you wake up Cersei from his?
I'm gonna like really quickly run up the stairs and grab like his science supplies, like all of his Bunsen burners and stuff, bring it downstairs and slam it on the ground in front of him.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna say, "This isn't real. Wake up."
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do because I love that so much.
I like it.
You're like, everybody wait here because you're at a different house.
Yeah.
You run.
That's right. That's right.
You run all the way back to Baker
And
Street.
I don't tell them what I'm doing.
You don't. You grab Cersei's the science stuff and you run all the way back to the to Death Manor, carrying all these beakers. You drop several along the way. You arrive and you smash them in front of him. Let's have, since you're awake, all 5 to his 2. So 5 D8s to his 2 D8.
I hope you.
What in the bloody butts are you doing?
That's myself, mate.
You've just broken all my shit then.
What's all this, mate?
What's all this, then?
That was so expensive,
5,
mate.
5, 6, 1, 8.
I wanted Rory to win. I wanted more accent.
Rory, something about the way the chemicals splash, something about the smell that hits your nose, something wakes you up, and you begin to recognize the faces in the room as well. Artemis watches all of this occur, and okay, here's what happens. She agrees to help you build a new spaceship or 2 back on Ularust, quickly and in secret. She agrees to help Cersei and Riot Girl build new mech frames for themselves. But they'll never be the same. What you have is you've gained the ability to see the world through different lenses. If you wish, you may multi-class.
That could be cool.
So we multi-class and become Transformers?
Yes.
Not at all. Not. Because Artemis is helping you, if you want to, you can multi-class with your ship. So you can become your ship that we're going to build.
Oh, that's cool. Like Transformers.
Like Transformers.
I call being a Corvette.
Yeah, wait. Is it like a Zord? Can we combine into one?
Back on Ularust, several weeks later, Cersei and Riot Girl, and Artemis, you 3 have been ignoring Function. They've been continually swinging by the secret hangar, ringing the bell, and you straight up ghost them. They've got work to do, and you're super, super involved in the work that you're doing. These ships will be the ships that will defeat the engine, hopefully, and hopefully save the Protectorate from the obvious strife that it's in right now. So the ships are very important. You're not too worried about not making yourself available to them. Until Rory, Cersei, one day you put the last component into your ship, and you step back in the hangar, and you realize you've actually accidentally stepped on Riot Girl's foot, who has also stepped back from the ship that she has just completed. Cersei, describe the ship that you're looking at of yours. Describe it a little bit, just a little bit.
It kind of looks like a Tesla Cybertruck, but with like really big wings.
Oh god! I don't
like eagle
that.
wings, kind of.
That's even worse.
They're feathered?
That's even
It's
worse.
a metal thing with feathered wings?
There's like metal shingles on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh god!
Nice.
Cool.
It's got like flame decals.
Yeah.
I don't like
LEDs on the
it.
front are way too bright.
Yup.
Right, girl?
My ship?
Yeah, what does your ship look like?
Okay, so it's triangular, and the thing about this ship, it's special because like the edges of it are super sharp, and so there's like a special function that I can hit that it like spins the ship like so fast that it basically becomes a blade.
Oh shit,
Except
like a Beyblade.
the inside of the
my
ship,
gosh.
I built
Stays-
it and made it a way for it to remain stationary, so you're not
Yeah.
like thrown against the walls.
Yeah.
But basically the outside just like will cut to shit, like whatever.
It's a Dorito chip.
That's so cool.
Yeah, basically.
I was thinking more of a Beyblade.
So,
Yeah.
you guys are standing there admiring, Rory, you're admiring this literal design monstrosity. a real affront to everything aesthetic.
There's a large chunk of it that's in camo.
But not all of it.
Not all of
Okay.
Not the part that says juicy.
They were.
Or the flames, or the feathers.
I think on like the back, it's got like the stickers of us, but like all of the function on it.
Like one of those
Like
famous.
I love that. I love that so much.
So, Cersei and Rat Girl, you stand there admiring these really kind of really amazing creations. Artemis, you're like, not bad, gang, not bad at all. And as you hear the buzzer on the front door to the hangar, to the secret hangar, and it feels definitely like it's time to reconnect with your mates. The door rings. And you both move out to the vestibule, and as it slides open, you hear Mercury definitely say,
Hey, I missed you.